it's one of my favorite times of the month, and it's forgotten favorites time. So if you guys don't know, this collab is put on by Jasem from Awesome Jasem and Syria from DreamItDIY. She doesn't have like a little thing, but we still love her. And this month I'm so excited because it is Oliver and Company, and if you guys don't know, Oliver and Company is one of my all-time like underrated favorite movies. So I of course was like, duh, I'm gonna be in this one, and there's a bunch of awesome people that are going to be a part of this. I love these collabs because you can do whatever you want. You can make ears, you can talk about the movie, you can do makeup, you can do whatever you want to do, balance, all of that fun stuff. And I know there's going to be some really awesome things that are going to be presented in this. I will say that this is one of 3 videos I have on going up on this day, but I just am a sucker and I can't say no to people because I love people so much. So listen, go watch all my videos, and also go watch everybody else's videos that are in all the collabs that I am in on this day. I am super excited. I am going to make some Oliver and Company inspired Disney ears, and on top of that, I am going to show you how I like to make my own fabric. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so what I started with is I brought in pictures that I wanted to use for my fabric. So with these, you don't need to have it where every little space is a layer on itself. You just want to clear out the background so that way you can see the actual shape. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just importing all my pictures and making sure that there is the right consistency throughout the picture. And since we are going to be making this as a fabric, you are going to save it as a print and then cut. So you're not doing a cut one, you're doing print then cut. And the reason I upped my color is, or my, what is it called, color tolerance, is because it's going to actually clear out anything a lot easier than if you leave it on the lower tolerance. It's going to give you that cleaner line that you're looking for. Also, I would like to say that you can do this with really any image, any pictures that you like. Just go ahead and find a good picture online and bring it over and just clear all of them out like I'm doing now. Once I did that, I did go ahead, I actually forgot one, so here in a second you'll see that pop in. But I also went ahead and I selected everything. So when I originally did this, I had an idea and plan, and that idea didn't go as I thought it would, and that's okay. We made it work still. But what I did is I actually used Syria, DreamItDIY, one of the collaboration makers of this. I use her ear template. And what I was planning on doing first is moving all the animals together into one area and then printing it to fit perfectly around the ear. The problem was I forgot that, let's see, this is a picture I forgot, just sorry. I forgot to size the print out to what the actual size is. So you see here, you think, oh yeah, that's the size of a picture. Like, that's perfect, all of that's great, but it wasn't. So I printed bigger the first time because I forgot also to do that. And so how I did that was I just went ahead and mirrored, printed it, took away the bleed, and then I went ahead and traced my ear form. So you're gonna make 2 templates or 4 depending. I used 2 different colors, so that's why I only did 2. Also with color transfer paper where you're transferring an image over, it does work a lot better with a white background. So just keep that in mind if you're going to not have it completely cut out and there's still going to be a white background on it. Do transfer it onto white fabric. Sorry, I'm kind of getting all over the place here. So I did orange and I did white, and you can see me tracing these out here. So that's why I did 2 of each, and I also pre-cut all of my inner ear pieces because it just makes it a lot easier for me. So you don't see me cutting those, but you will just need 4 of those as well. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it one more time. When I printed out the image, I did do mirror image, and then I took away the bleed because if you only really want to use that if you are cutting out the outline of the actual picture. If not, it gives an extra consistency to that picture. And the reason you see me take pauses is because I was actually on a craft and chat live while I was working on this project. Once I have my shapes cut, I go ahead and press down my cardboard because I don't want it to be too poofy up and making it harder to stretch out. Once I have that to the consistency I like, I go ahead and I take my hot glue and I glue around the edges and pull back my fabric. Be very careful with your hot glue gun. I do have finger protectors. You can get some at the Dollar Tree. I just always forget to put them on because I like to torture myself. You know, it's just how things are sometimes. So once I have those that way, I go ahead and I glue around the edges and I pull my fabric over. And with mine, since I do use a extreme hot glue gun, if you shall say, I don't have to rush as fast because that thing comes out smoking hot and it stays hot for a very long time. So I like to kind of give it a second to cool down just a little bit before I go too crazy into it. After I have it glued around, I go ahead and I stuff my ears with the amount of stuff that you want. So that is all preference wise. I kind of have them slightly stuffed, not too stuffed, if that makes any sense. After that, you glue down the bottom part of your ear to keep the stuffing in, and you can see I am trying not to push too hard because that is hot, hot, hot. And now to give my ear some extra oomph, I get my glitter, and I have 2 different oranges, and I decided to mix them 2 together. So I went ahead and I poured those out, and then I mixed my 2 glitter colors together since they were slightly different colors, just to give it more definition. I then went ahead and put Mod Podge all over my ear, and I put the glitter on top of the ear to give it a shiny effect. Once I have that to the consistency I want, I go ahead and I pour my glitter all over the ear and get everything covered so that way no spots are being missed. And I also do use a glittery Mod Podge just to help with that too. After I do that, I go ahead and I dump the excess off of the ear, pat it off, and go to the next ear and do the same thing. After I have the 2 ears all done and glittered up, I do take my excess glitter and I pour it back into the glitter container just because we don't need to be wasting glitter. That's still a lot of glitter that you can do a lot with. Now I'm going to use this clear resistant sealer, and I went ahead and I sprayed my glitter ears so that way it didn't rub off. This is the first one I printed. As you can see, I forgot that size matters and you need to size on the Cricut is not size in real life. But I decided just to cut out the pictures I wanted and place it in the order I thought would be cute. And then I went ahead and I heat pressed it on. So depending on what kind of paper you use, this is just some paper from Walmart. Let it sit for a little bit and then go ahead and pull it off. I do about 20 to 40 seconds of pressing down just to make sure the picture's on there. Sometimes you need to use a tweezers to get it off, and sometimes you don't, but you just want to be very careful. I am actually peeling this in slow motion, but everything is sped up. So not slow motion, but like this is sped up. But anyways, I went ahead and I placed the animals the way I wanted to. Obviously it didn't work out in the first way I thought it would, but I still love the way it came out. I also did trace a line underneath the other side so I could see where the ear was going to curl over, so I knew where to put my pictures and where not to put my pictures. And the glue gun I've had for quite some time. I got it for a Christmas present 2 years ago, and I think right now they're a little bit higher price, but I think during Christmas they go on sale. So after you glue everything in, go ahead and stuff your ears to your liking again. And then, as you can see here, I touch them to make sure, one, it dries, and two, that I don't need to put more on there. And then after that, I go ahead and I glue the backs, heavily glue it, nice and gluey, stickiness, hot glue everywhere, and go ahead and place the two pieces together. I do like to squeeze them because I want to make sure that they stick, so I give them some good squeezes. Yeah. My glue stick was running out here, so you can see I'm pushing down so I can get as much glue as I can without hopefully needing to fill my glue stick, but I did fill it for my next project. And then I decided to use like a twiny, I don't know if you call that what you call it, like a rope wrap around my ear, because I just felt like it was very much Oliver and Company vibes. So that's what I went ahead and decided to use on that end. And I always squeeze and cut or wipe the excess around. And I also use, this is a template from Syria as well. So I just kind of place it so I can see where my ears need to go, and then I push it on as hard as I can. And I decided I wanted the look to be half and half, so that way you could see the fabric on both sides and not lose out. I've been seeing lately, I've just been noticing when I make bows that sometimes it's really hard to see the design that you have on the ears because the bow covers both sides. So that's why I did a half and half. And then I also decided to do my bow slanted a little bit. I used this foam batting for the inside of my ear, and I fold it in half. And then this is the best bow I've ever made, like not to toot my own horn, but like totally tooting my own horn. And sorry, it's kind of out of picture, but I went ahead and I pulled my smaller side in first, as you can see there. And I glued all around the edges and then down the center of the bedding. And then I went ahead and I glued down the other side to the very edge so you couldn't see where the two met. And I went all the way around the rectangle this time. So every part of it was sealed. And then I decided just to cut off the edges where the glue is, so it's still glued, you can't really see it. Like it doesn't like open up, and then go ahead and squish in my bow. And like I said, I did decide to do it sideways, and I glued down my bow to the ear and the headband just to kind of keep it in place a little bit better. And this is the final project, and I love them. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video so much, and if you have any questions on anything, please reach out and let me know. I do have my own small shop. It's called Put Some Magic on It, and these ears might be making their way on it. So if you want to get your own special Sami made ears, go check out my shop and my Instagram. And thank you again to Syria and Jasem for always inviting me to these, and I can't wait for next month. Bye guys!